Today we're back in Pakistan to fly from what is said to be the world's second most dangerous airport. We'll travel with Pakistan International Airlines down to Islamabad and we'll see some of the most stunning scenery I've ever seen from a plane window. So come along with me and let's experience this together. I have just done a week-long guided tour of these northern regions and honestly, it was the most interesting trip I've done in this part of the world. Seeing the unspoilt natural beauty of the Karakoram mountains and its surrounding valleys was truly breathtaking. The fun started when we were heading back to the airport on the penultimate day of the tour. There were some huge protests against the government for cutting some regional subsidies to the people of the northern regions of Pakistan. So they took to the streets in the towns and even fully blocked the main road from Islamabad to the Chinese border. This delayed us by about 6 hours in total. Anyway, I spent the night in Gilgit and the next morning headed to the small airport in the town for my flight back to the capital, Islamabad. This opened back in 1949 but was upgraded with this new terminal in 2014. This is well known for being a treacherous airport to fly to or from due to the high mountains surrounding it on all sides and the runway not being well aligned with a narrow valley in or out. Security is super strict here too, with this being the first of 5 checkpoints I will pass before getting on the plane. Nothing like an AK-47 in your face as a welcome greeting. After I received a pat down and my bag received an X-ray, it is then searched, with the guard being particularly interested in my padlock and a pack of coffee for some reason. I am then allowed to proceed to the check-in desks. There's no such thing as online check-in here.
Hello.
The staff were friendly and helpful and I was soon presented with a boarding pass for flight PK604, so let's check out the route. We depart Gilgit on runway 07 to the northeast and immediately make a sharp 180-degree turn and a steep climb. The 8,000 metre plus Karakoram mountain range is to our left and the 7,000 metre plus Hindu Kush range to our right. We then head down to the lowlands and make an easterly approach and landing in Islamabad. I must now check out of this region with a security officer. They like to keep track of where all foreigners are before heading through another X-ray and metal detector security checkpoint. Now, finally through to the departure lounge, where there is a small food and drink stand and a large waiting area. At least it's air conditioned. There is also a prayer room, toilets and a free water dispenser located here. I was just catching up on some emails when a guy brought me some biscuits and a cup of tea, free of charge. No idea. Happy 2026 from Non-Stop Eurotrip and my partnership with Level 8 Luggage, which is now in its 3rd year. I've had a good chance to check out most of their fantastic range, and Level 8 is the only luggage I will use now. Their durable external shells, whether lightweight polycarbonate or elegant aluminium, are as functional as they are stylish. And internally, there are many pockets, dividers and straps to help compartmentalise your packing. Every case, whether carry-on or check-in, also comes with TSA approved latches or locks and go anywhere 360-degree spinner wheels. And finally, for your peace of mind, a limited lifetime warranty is included on all luggage. As a New Year's gift, you can grab anything from the Level 8 website and get 10% off it all by using code NONSTOP10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. Anyway, around 15 minutes after our scheduled departure time, our plane arrives on its inbound service from Islamabad. I was very glad to actually see it in person, as this was the first day in the past 5 that it had actually run, and it wasn't tracking on the Flight Radar 24 app. It's a Pakistan International Airlines ATR 42-500 twin turboprop regional plane. This was 17 years old at the time of filming. Just a couple of minutes after the last of the inbound passengers have alighted, boarding commences, and we walk the short distance from the terminal to the waiting aircraft. And what a beautiful background for this experience, and it seems like a perfect day for flying. The alpine view should be great. I am welcomed by the flight attendant and pointed towards my seat, a last row window seat on the left side of the plane. The seats are pretty standard, but they are well padded and do recline. The legroom is quite tight, but I'm sure it'll be fine for this short flight. Boarding is complete in a little over 10 minutes, and once the bags have been fully loaded, the doors are closed and the cones removed from outside. We then start our short taxi to the single runway here at Gilgit, nearly 1 hour late at 2:10 PM. We line up on runway 07, pointing straight towards a mountain, which is a bit concerning. But we then accelerate hard, take off and immediately bank right and start the full turn south towards Islamabad. Today's route is 274 kilometers in distance and is scheduled to take 1 hour and 15 minutes of travel time from gate to gate, with a flying time of approximately 55 minutes. My tour agency booked my tickets, but they cost around 14,000 Pakistani rupees if you buy direct with the airline. It's not long before we start to get the first of today's spectacular plane window views out towards the Karakoram mountains off to the left hand side. Shortly after, the complimentary food and drinks service begins, with the flight attendant serving himself first. I receive a small snack box with a sandwich and cake, along with the choice of a hot or cold drink. Most people are now glued to the windows. I'm not 100% sure which mountain this is, but K2, the second highest peak in the world at 8,611 metres, is off to this direction somewhere. If you want to watch my Mount Everest sightseeing flight review in Nepal next, then click the link in the description at the end of this video. Nice to see that PIA have a monkeypox kit loaded in an Air Austral storage box. This flight is scheduled to run twice daily, but it's frequently cancelled due to bad weather up here or dust storms in Islamabad. Of the 14 planned weekly flights, it sometimes only runs 2 or 3 times. Before long, we have left the mountains and are starting our descent through the haze down to the Pakistani capital's large international airport. We land on runway 28 left after 55 minutes in the air. In the end, it was a pretty uneventful flight, but endlessly scenic. I had the option to return to Islamabad with the guides by car at no extra cost, but that would have taken around 10 hours and I was really keen to experience this flight. So for the $50 cost, I think I made the right choice. I'll leave a link to the full guided tour I did around the north of Pakistan in the description, but it cost $980 for a 7-day all-inclusive trip for 2 people, and I would highly recommend it. It's a fascinating and beautiful place. We alight the plane and board a bus for the 5-minute drive to the terminal. Have you been on any scenic flights before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. Our bags are already arriving on the carousel as we arrive in the beautifully decorated baggage claim area. I'm always open to new video ideas, so if you have something you'd like to see on the channel, then drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.